Hi, and welcome, and thank you for stopping by. So, a few minutes ago, I just got done watching Wake Up, Dead Man, and Knife Out Mystery. So, let me know in the comment section below, have you seen Wake Up, Dead Man, and Knife Out Mystery? And did you watch it on Netflix? And did you have a chance to go see it when they were in select theaters? And if you've seen all three of the Knife Out movies, out of all three of the Knife Out movies, which is your favorite? Okay? So they got 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb. The critic of Rotten Tomato gave it 92%. The audience, but now they call it popcorn meter, gave it 94%. Okay? So, um, it's directed once again by Ryan Johnson. So Ryan Johnson directed all three of them. Starring Daniel Craig as Detective Blanc, Josh O'Connor as the priest, Jude, Frank Coe and Martha, George Rollins and Wit, uh, okay, and Frank Coe and Martha, George Rollins and Jefferson Witt, Mila Kunis, Gordon Scott, Jeremy Renner and Dr. Nate Sharp. You got Jeffrey Wright, Langston Bishop. Um, November 26, 2025. I think that's when it came in select theater. I don't know if the movie was in theater for one day or if in 1 week. Okay. December 12th, 2025. That's when it came on Netflix. 144 minutes. About a two hours and a half. 151.7 million was the budget. And since it was in select theaters, it made 3 million at the box office. Okay. And I was kind of disappointed that I didn't have a chance to see it in theater because I was looking forward to seeing this in theater, and all the theaters around me did not happen. Okay, so um, I like this movie, and I don't know if I like it more than Glass Onion. I don't know if I like Glass Onion more than this one. So, but I would say the first one, is probably still my favorite. I'll still be a fan if they made like 4 or 5 more sequels and have Daniel Craig in the role as Detective Blunt. Okay, okay, and I would be all for it. And it was kind of like I was kind of shocked that the other day I read that Netflix had the other two, but they did not have the original Knife Out. I'm like, you pay all that money, but you don't have the first one. So so this is about a young man uh, who was a boxer and who turned priest. Okay, and he told people that when he was 17, he had a hate in his heart and killed a man when he was in the boxing ring. He had hate in his heart. Okay, and they were kind of like a little rivalry between him, Josh O'Connor character, and Josh Brolin. Okay, and there was one thing where he said, "I'm gonna give him like cancer." Okay, and Josh Brolin character Jefferson Witt, um, he leading people down the wrong path, uh, all this, okay? And, um, okay? And they don't know it until like one thing when they have like a meeting at the house, okay? And they're all like shocked or when he said things, like they're like, "What are you doing there?" Okay? And okay, and then I think it was like on Good Friday when Jew and um, it doing the sermon and Job Blowing character Jefferson uh, Witt goes into the little room and then a few seconds later he claps and then Jew go over there, you know. I'm like, why did he do this? He touched the bat, pick up the knife, and the blood on his fingers, and then Hawkeye character, you know. Every time I see Jeremy Renner in a movie, I'm like, oh, that's Hawkeye. Same thing with Job Blowing. Every time I see Job Blowing in the movie, I'm like, oh, that's Thanos. Okay. Um, and I'm like, why do characters in movies and TV shows pick up a knife, a bird, or a gun, or a bait, the weapon that they would kill with, and touch the blood and stuff. And then when somebody come in the room that see him or her touch the blood or touch the weapon that they've been killed with by somebody else, and that person is now being accused of killing that person. Okay, I see it a lot of time in movies and TV shows. Well, that's dumb. Okay, um, so, and then that's when the murder now take place. I should say the investigation. Okay, I have like 2 negatives with this movie, and I need to watch this movie a couple more times. Then and the Glass Onion before I can decide which one I like better. Which one would be my second favorite? The first one, I like as my favorite. Okay. Okay. Um, the second one got a couple problems I didn't like. This one got a couple problems I didn't like. So I probably need to watch the second one a couple more times, and then this one a couple more times. Maybe back to back a couple more times, and then I can decide which one I like better. Okay. Now, the positive is Daniel Craig was perfect. He was perfect in this movie, and he was in Knife Out and Glass Onion. Josh O'Connor, he was perfect in this movie. I like it how in this movie they had like 2 or 3 people. They made it look like at some parts of the movie where he done it. No, he done it. No, he done it. Okay. Okay. And I didn't mind this one was more darker. But this one was kind of like less funny at the other 2. Like one funny thing that stand out to me was like early in the movie, like by the tomb thing, there was a bunch of drawing a penis, a dick, what you gonna call it? Okay, the guy trying to like paint over them or wash them off, whatever. Okay. Now that probably something funny, but I never thought that was funny. But that's probably a funny thing. Okay. Um. Okay. So. Um. Now. Um. I would say that the two negatives I have in this movie. One, I didn't care for the twist in this movie. I wish that they would just have one person that they found. Okay, he did it. He got arrested, and the movie was over. Okay. Um. Okay. Um. Because I would have a little trouble there for a little bit trying to find out who did it. Okay. Um. Cause um. Okay. Um. The twist was um. Let's see here. Who Colleen Coates character? She played Martha. She set up the plot. Okay. And she confessed it all to Jude, okay, to Josh O'Connor character at the end. But hey, I had this secret that kept for a long time. I'm confessing to you. Um, uh, Jefferson Wick, he not dead. He had a fake resurrection, and then I pointed in. Let's see. Dr. Nate Sharp, that Jeremy Renner character, and then now he poisoned me. You know, I got poisoned. Okay, and all of it because of a diamond that the girl, at, like towards the beginning of the movie, turned the Catholic Church up trying to find. Okay, and I thought Josh O'Connor character June were trying to get Jefferson Wick character out of the church because he was being a bad priest and he was leading people down the wrong path and all this. Okay, and then you had this one little like plot in the middle of the movie where after his Jock Baldwin character died, his son said, okay, now I can get my inheritance, my money, $80 million. Give me it. And then Blanc and and Preet Jew won't give it to him. He get mad and stuff because he said he wants to be a politician and he wants to hit $80 million. Okay? And I thought that would have been a good twist that he did it. Okay. So yeah. Okay. And then so so the so one negative would be for me would be I didn't like the twist. I wish it would have one person that did it and you find out who did it at the end and they got arrested, kind of like it was Chris Evans character at the end from the original Knife Out, and then the other negative is I was watching it and I'm like, when did Detective Blanc, Daniel Craig, will come in the movie? And for like almost 40 minutes until he came in. That was like the biggest negative they had, the critics had with John Wayne, The Alamo. They said, oh, you don't see David Crockett until like 20 minutes into the movie. Well, in this movie, be prepared to not see Daniel Craig until like 40 minutes into the movie. Okay? But other than those two negative I have with the movie, 40 minutes into the movie until you see Daniel Craig and the twist, I didn't really care for. Other than that, it's still a good movie. I'll still give it a positive review. Uh, I wouldn't mind if they made like 4 or 5 more sequels. And Daniel Craig and it in all of them. I would say uh, um, this one, the first one is still my favorite. I don't know which one is my second favorite. I did go back and watch Black Onion a couple more times. And I did go back and watch this one, Wake Up Dead Man, a couple more times. And maybe watch both of them. The second one and the third one, a couple more times, back to back. And then I can find out which one is my second favorite. Okay? And if they put all 3 of them on DVD in like a little trilogy box set, I would definitely buy it. And I was shocked the other day. I read that Netflix don't have this one, the first one. I'm like, well, I thought Netflix pay all that money, that bunch of money, to have the Knives Out movie. So, okay, so if if um, if you like the first 2 Knives Out movies, then I highly recommend it. It's still a good movie. It's still better than a lot of the movies that I saw this year. I would have watched this one again than that Superman movie. That was disappointing. Uh, so I would say this is one of the better movies I saw this year. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I'm a type of person that most movies I could see in a year, most of them will be disappointing. Okay. Cause nowadays they don't make good movies nowadays. All they do is do remake, reboot, take old movies and franchise and butcher them. Okay, so um, but um, so yeah, so I would be happy and be glad to watch 3 or 4 or 5 more sequels to Knife Out because the good thing about Knife Out is and kind of like the old Game Bond where you don't have to watch them in order because they're all like a different story and they're solo. Like the only James Bond movie where you have to watch in order, in my opinion, was like the Daniel Craig era. Okay, so yeah, um, okay, um, so yeah, so highly recommend it. Still a good sequel. I need to watch the second one and the third one a couple more times before I can decide which one is my second favorite. That's it. Thank you. Until next time.